Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and also welcome to my first video of 2021. As you can see by the title, today's video is going to be a little cleaning motivation for you guys. With it being the beginning of a new year as well as my first video of the new year, I figured it made perfect sense to start off with a little bit of cleaning and decluttering around my house. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a whole house deep clean video, and I'm also going to be showing you how I reorganized my beauty room. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So as always, I'm starting off in my kitchen, and the very first thing I always like to do whenever I'm cleaning my kitchen is to go ahead and clear out any dirty dishes that I have in the sink. The dishwasher is my best friend. I am not one of those people that is ashamed to admit that I use the dishwasher on a very regular basis. So as you can see, the very first thing that I'm doing here is just loading the dishwasher and getting all of those dishes cleaned and out of the sink. So once I have all of the dishes cleaned, I'm also going to go ahead and clean out the sink as well, just to make sure that there isn't any extra bacteria or dirt or food or anything like that being left behind in the sink. And I'm also going to be soaking my stove covers because they were very much in need of it. If any of you guys have any tips for how to get like caked on grease and stuff off of those stove covers, please let me know your tips, because soaking them in this Dawn dish soap, it didn't really do as much of a clean as I would have liked. So if you guys have any tips, please feel free to let me know. And of course, a clean kitchen is not complete without lighting a candle, so I went ahead and lit the Grown Folks Business scent by Forever Mood, and I'm taking my old candle and adding it to my wax warmer. I highly recommend this tip. I do it all the time. A lot of times your candles, even though they are no longer able to be lit, like the wick may be burned all the way to the end, the actual wax still has a lot of scent. So I always recommend cutting that out of the container and adding it to a wax warmer if you have one. Another little tip that I have for you guys, especially if you have an over-the-range microwave like this one that I have here, is to be sure that periodically you're wiping down the cabinets above the microwave. You would be surprised how much gunk was on these cabinets. So if you want to keep them nice and clean, just be sure to get up there periodically and wipe them down, just to make sure that the grease from the microwave and from the stove and from the vent on the microwave is not staining your cabinets. And for those of you guys that might be interested, these are the products that I used to clean my kitchen today. I believe that you can find all of these items at Target, and they did a great job of getting all of the dirt and stains off of all of the surfaces in my kitchen. So this is how everything is looking after it's all been cleaned up. If there's one thing that I absolutely love, it's a clean kitchen in my house. So I couldn't be happier that everything is nice and clean, and that I took it a step further on this particular day just to give everything a nice wipe down and deep clean. I did also mop the floor off camera. I ended up doing it a little bit later in the day, and I just ended up not filming it, but everything was nice and clean and smelling good, and I was completely obsessed. So moving right along, the next area in need of a very deep clean was our master bedroom and bathroom. This is an area that gets a lot of use, as I'm sure you can imagine, because pretty much every single day we're in here brushing our teeth, washing our face, taking showers, and you also have to walk through our bathroom to get to the closet. So this area sees a lot of attention, and I had neglected it for quite a while. So I'm really going to be going in on this area and giving it a really heavy scrub down, down and just really making sure that I get in all of the little nooks and crevices. Another tip I wanted to mention to you guys that I actually saw online was that you can use toilet bowl cleaner to help to get any stains out of the grout in your shower. So as you can see, I used mine to really get right up along the edge of the bottom of my shower. I'm just going to let it sit for a little while, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and work on the sink and the tub. So I wanted to give a quick shout out to this device that I'm using to clean my shower. I'm sure a couple of you guys will ask, and you honestly need this in your life. This is by Clorox. You can get it for about $40 from Target, Walmart, pretty much any store like that, or you can order it online on Amazon.com, of course. But this is called the Scrubtastic, I believe. I'll have it linked for you guys down below if you're interested. But this made such a difference with cleaning my shower. Normally, I'm having to bend and contort all kinds of different ways to clean the shower, even sometimes having to get like on my hands and knees, and this made it so much easier to get the job done. It comes with 3 attachments, and the bottom of it actually rotates, so it scrubs the shower for you. I'm telling you, you guys need this in your life. So like I said, I will have it linked for you down below if you're interested. This is not sponsored, but anything to make it a little bit easier on us when we're cleaning up our house, I think is definitely worth sharing. So last but not least, once everything is clean, the last thing to do is just vacuum and mop the floor. So that's what you're going to see me doing here. And if you guys have any questions about any of the items or tools that I use to clean around my house, I'll try to link some of them down below. But if you have a question about anything in particular, feel free to let me know down below in the comments, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. I am all about finding ways to make cleaning easier. So I definitely have a ton of little random knickknacks around my house that I use to clean that make the job a lot more pleasant to accomplish. But as you can see, the bathroom is nice and clean. It was such a relief to finally have this done after putting it off for so many weeks. So yes, if you have been putting off cleaning your bathroom, this is your motivation. This is your sign to go ahead and get it done. I promise it will be so worth it, and you'll feel so much better once everything is nice and clean. so next up we're moving into my actual bedroom. The last time that I shared a clean with me in my bedroom, one of you guys mentioned that you use Lysol on your mattress, which I don't know why I never thought of that. So at the beginning of this clip, you guys actually saw me spray my mattress down with Lysol, and then I started putting on one sheet, and then once I put it on, it looked like it might not have been completely clean, so that's why I took that one off and switched over to these sheets. But I'm first going to go ahead and make up my bed, and then after that I'm going to fold a couple of clothes and just kind of pick up and clean around the area and vacuum. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory here, so I'm just going to let you guys watch, and I hope you enjoy. So we are officially on to day 2 of this whole house clean with me, and we are on to my beauty room. You guys, this room was a hot mess and was probably the most consuming cleaning job that I did for the whole video, but it definitely needed to be done because I felt like I could not accomplish anything in this room until I got it clean. Like honestly, every time I went in here, I was uninspired and just felt like I was completely being swallowed up by the mess, so I just needed to get it done. I'm also going to be reorganizing this space. I've been wanting to reorganize it for a while now, so I'm going to show you guys the process of me actually getting that done. So the very first thing that I'm doing is just removing everything out of the room. I'm taking all of the packages, all of the PR, all of the random papers, all of that stuff, and I'm just removing it out of the room. A lot of times that makes it so much easier to just kind of see what you're working with when you're not trying to look through all of the junk that you have in the space. So I'm going to go ahead and remove everything off of the desk, including my mirror, and like literally everything that you see on top of that desk is coming down. And then once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and start reorganizing the room. I did also run the vacuum over it really quickly just so that as I was moving things around, it wasn't pulling any dirt or hair that may have been on the floor along with the drawers. So yes, I'm removing everything off of the desk, and we're going to go ahead and start reorganizing the space. Also, if you're curious, these are LED light strips that you see on the back of my desk. You can actually get these from Home Depot. I have them on the back of my desk, and I also have them on the back of my mirror. So whenever you guys see in my videos that light on my background, that is actually coming from these LED light strips. They are so amazing, honestly, and they just give the room a whole different vibe. Alright, so now we are on to actually reorganizing that third 9-drawer unit that you guys saw that my husband's bringing over here. I previously had that inside of my closet, but I brought it out because I wanted to have all of my organization, oh my god, if I can talk, out in the room so that I can see everything that I have. Also, I realized after we moved everything that I wasn't able to fully open the closet door with the way that I had it set up. So we're actually going to be completely changing where all of this stuff is. After we moved it, we're going to put the 3 9-drawer units on the right side and the desk on the left side. So you'll see a little bit towards the end how it actually came together, because we ended up changing all of this whole setup. But all of the stuff that you see here is from IKEA. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it before. Pretty affordable for the most part. I haven't had any issues with it. I've had all of these items for years and they've been holding up for me pretty well. So the next thing that I'm doing is wrapping this tabletop. This paper or contact paper that I'm using, I got off Amazon. I'll try to remember to link it for you guys down below. Since I brought an additional drawer unit out into the space, I needed to condense how long my actual desk area was, and we had this tabletop kind of sitting around that we weren't using, so I decided to bring it in and use it as my actual vanity or desktop space. And this also will allow me to take the longer of those 2 tabletops that I was originally using as my vanity space and use that as my filming desk. So it's a little bit longer than the filming desk I was previously using that's pushed up against the wall back there to the right. So it's actually giving me a little bit more space to work with when I'm actually sitting down to film, which is definitely helpful because I tend to have a lot of things going on my desk when I'm filming. So the more space, the better. So here you guys can kind of see how the room is coming together. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting everything back on the desk, adding my LED light strips and my vanity mirror, and just kind of bringing the room back together. And then of course at the end, I'll show you guys the final reveal. guys, so here is the final reveal of how everything came together in my beauty room. I could not be happier with how it all came together in the end. It was a lot of work, but I'm so happy that I finally got it done. Even though there is more out in the room, it honestly feels like there is so much more space in here. And part of that, I'm sure, is because it's clean and there's not a bunch of stuff on the floor everywhere. A lot of that stuff that I cleared out is still actually sitting in my guest room waiting to be sorted through, like, currently right now. But I'm going to be filming a series of declutter videos for you guys, clearing out my makeup collection, and I didn't want to put new makeup away until I make space for it by decluttering. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it motivated you to clean some areas in your house and just give your house a nice fresh start for the new year. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.